Hello, Melissa. Can you hear me? Said I'm live. I don't think I added myself, which is why I probably wasn't heard at all. Like I said, this is only my second time doing this, so I don't really know if anybody can hear me. Just kind of hanging out here tonight, seeing what's up, seeing how everybody is. I just feel bad about not having the book club, Melissa, had to be postponed uh, because of an electrical meltdown at his house. Uh, he had he has lost electricity. He was not able to get to a hotel in any length of time because he is having some issues with Alyssa. Uh, things get like he's talked about it before when things get a little chaotic. She gets a little um, you know, wound up a little bit. So he's taking care of his little princess and just just going to have to put it off again. I'm not sure what his plan's going to be. Um, Feels funny. It's just me and you in here, Melissa, talking. Nobody else is caught on that I'm doing a live stream, which is fine. Um, let me share this with Twitter and see if anybody wants to come in and say hi. But yeah, I felt bad about not being able to do the book club tonight, and I've been kind of looking forward to it the last couple nights. There were some good chapters, 16, 17, 18, and the little, what are they called, the dairy interlude. They were some good chapters. Professor Geek will never get to the spider. We'll get there. We'll get there. Like I said, it's just Sunday night he had to postpone because of being on Ethan's live stream, which for him was a big thing. Like he said, he's trying to sell his book. He's trying to make a go of being an author. And Ethan's stream has a great reputation for getting the word out, and he'd been hoping to get on that show. The opportunity just happened to be during what was supposed to be the book discussion. Of course, we moved it to tonight, and because of, I'm not really sure if it was a storm or just a freak of whatever, but the electricity went out at his house. So he had hoped he was going to get electricity back, but unfortunately it didn't, and he had thought about going to a hotel. I think he's still going to go to a hotel for the night to help calm things down in the family with his little one, and it just wasn't going to happen tonight. When we'll do it, I'm not sure. Hey, Exchange Only, how you doing? Um, what's up, Al? I just decided to say hi to people. You know, since we had to postpone the book club tonight because of an electrical meltdown. Can you, Mama? I don't need a moderator right now. I've only got 3 people, so I can pretty much moderate it myself. I appreciate the offer, and who knows? Maybe if I do become a bigger deal, we'll see. And I'm not going to go on too long tonight. Like I said, just basically wanted to get on here, say hi, because I was looking forward. I was looking forward to chatting with people. I don't get to do much chatting at home with you know that many other people. The odd family member or the odd church member might pop in every once in a while. Let me see. Melissa Harris, Crisis of Infinite Earth needs to leave Smallville Earth, and Batman 66 all alone. I don't know. It really depends on how they do it. I honestly think they are overloading it, and the more they load in, the less time they're going to have to give those stars. As I really think if you've got someone like Burt Ward, Kevin Conroy, just don't have them on the screen for like 10 seconds, just for the screen grab. Give them something to do. Give them a scene. Give them a highlight. That's what I really want to do. Okay, well, I'll chat with you, Al. Just got out of work, so I can't text for like 15 minutes. Well, but that's all right. Like I said, just chilling. Got 4 people in here now. I know exactly Julie and Melissa Harris are with me. I don't know who else is with me, but I got 3 thumbs up. That's good. Hey, I'm pretty impressed. Hope whoever else is in here, please say hi. But yeah, I don't know when we're going to do the book club. I really don't. I am hoping we just do it like the first part of office hours tomorrow, or we'll start office hours early tomorrow. I don't really know. And I can't speak for the professor for what happens on his channel and what's happening in his life and his schedule. But we'll get it in there because we're getting close to the end. It's getting really exciting. I just finished chapter 19 a couple days ago. I took a couple days off from listening to it to watch some episodes of The Boys on Amazon Prime, which quite frankly, I know the professor has no interest in it. I am loving it. I think it is so hysterical, and I'm enjoying it for the humorous aspect. And yeah, it's got some social justice happening. It's a bit. What's the I don't want to say it's deconstructing a hero, because these are heroes that exist in their own world, and they're different to the heroes that we know and love, even though they are analogous to a lot of our heroes. But yeah, the CW DC Animated Universe, or Batman 66, or Smallville, they're all 3 popular. I agree. I don't know how they would do the animated universe. Batman 66, I think, would be an interesting thing. Bring in an older Burt Ward and have him say, I don't know. I hope he plays Dick Grayson. I think that would be the smart thing. Smallville, of course, they've got Michael Rosenbaum as Lex. What they do with him, I do not know. They're trying to get Tom Welling, and they are, from what I understand, really close, if not already got him. If they get Tom Welling, they need to add an episode to the crossover, because right now I think it's scheduled for 4, and they're splitting it. I heard that they're actually splitting it. You're going to have to wait a month or 2 in between episodes 2 and 3, which I think is ludicrous. I think it is an absolute mockery for the fans just to do that. I think they've got it planned over like between Thanksgiving and mid January or something. That's what I heard that in a source. I'm not saying that's 100%. If it is, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. Um, oh, your son has the pop of Tom's Superman. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I don't have a Superman. I've got Batman 66, the Adam West Batman, because to me he's my favorite Batman. I don't care what people say. Uh, I like I said, I have Green Arrow and Felicity. I've got Conan, got Prince Voltan from Flash Gordon, um, Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Um, and I got a gift a couple weeks ago, a belated birthday gift of Willy Wonka. That I was really wanted, wasn't going to buy because it was a little expensive. But hey, I was very happy when I got that. That was such a wonderful, wonderful gift. I'm thinking about buying myself Freddie Mercury from Queen, uh, the one in the yellow jacket with the white pants. That's the iconic look. They have the other one where he's in the Harlequin outfit, which I like Freddie, but I don't think that was one of his best looks. That's just me, though. Um, yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths better not ruin Nocturna. Is Nocturna on something? I haven't seen her character pop up anywhere, and I'm not really up on a lot of the characters. Uh, yeah, well, unfortunately, with CW's Crisis, I have an odd feeling they're gonna screw something up. They always do. Last year, I thought the crossover last year it was good, but I think they had a great chance to have more with John Wesley Shipp as Flash, and they just made it go away. And I think that was a disservice. Yeah, I think they're going to be playing with the Crisis on Infinite Earths. I don't think it's going to look like the comic book version. I'm not familiar too much with the book version. What happens, I don't know. I am looking forward to Brandon Routh reprising Superman, though I wish they had him reprise his Superman rather than the Kingdom Come Superman. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, she was Earth One's Batman's love interest. Yeah, there's so like I said, was it 80 years of lore out of Batman stories and lore out there, and so much interweaving and overlaying and retconning and everything like that. You lose track. Like I said, when you get into the multiple Earths things, I get lost. I don't know what's going on. I'm much simpler in my love of things, and most of my love comes from the TV and movies, not so much the comic books. Um, Batman better not turn nocturnal lesbian. Who knows? They should. Like I said, I don't mind having a lesbian character, but I don't want the show to be sold as a show about a lesbian superhero. It should be about Batwoman protecting Gotham. Period. I don't care. I don't care what she does in her time off or who's in her bed. It should just leave it alone. Just do a good show with great action, great story, and the people will show up. You make it about political issues and social movements, people will tune out because, quite frankly, it's all we see on the news and Twitter, and we're sick of it. Or at least I am. I'm sick of all the little weird social commentary, and that counts for anything. I don't want to watch a show where it's all about, even the stuff that I agree with. I just want a good. I want to get away from that. Like I said, I watch news. I know, and I know some people think the same way I do. Some people don't, and that's great. It's what America was founded on. And you just, but when I turn on the television, I want to exit reality for a while. I want to get away from things. I turn on a movie. I want to fade away. Of course, sometimes you watch reality, or documentary or something like that. But I just don't want to be preached to every time I turn on a TV about something. Um, Supergirl and Barry both die in Crisis on Infinite Earths. I don't hope Barry does. I like Flash. I think Flash and Legends are the two shows that I've been most happy with. I still watch Arrow, and I will watch the last 10 because I'm going to see it through. Though the last couple seasons have been a struggle because they've been so dark. I wish they had lightened it up a little bit. Exact change only. I mean, sex sells, but it needs to be part of the entertainment. Exactly. You know, of course, sex is always going to sell, and that hey, that includes topless men running around a pool for the ladies out there. Good on them. If you got a good looking guy and that's part of the thing. I mean, you go back to like the days of Magnum PI and Tom Selleck. I mean, that the show was sold on his sex appeal. Today, I mean, you want beautiful. If it's a show about women, you want them to be beautiful and attractive women, or an interesting character. Sadly, it is what it's going to be about. I mean, you're not going to watch a show about and for the most part average looking person who is doing boring things. Because quite frankly, that's basically what my daily life is. So, and I don't want to watch my life. God knows I do not want to watch a show about my life. Um, I'm sure some people out there would watch it, but it'd be a very calming show because I really don't do anything except do stuff on the computer. Yeah, people want to look at appealing things. Exactly. Do I think all dead villains get reborn by the Anti-Monitor Crisis of Infinite Earths? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of staying away from too many spoilers. Um, I kind of I'm a spoiler hound. I like a spoiler about well, like I'll read about a film. If I really want to see a film, I'll read the plot summary as soon as I can because it will take me a long time to see that movie because I'm stuck here. I'm stuck at home. I can't get to a movie theater, and I can't watch it online until it's released digitally, unless I go through a little less, less than legal process. Do I think a Medicare will wear off on Vibe when Vibe will get his powers back? I hope Vibe gets his powers back. I like his powers. I don't know why he. I know why he would want to get rid of them, but I think it's a mistake getting rid of them. I think it's one of those things, just like Michael would call. Was it if you the between the Chosen and what was I don't know what I forget the terms he was using, but with girl like you fall back to Spider-Man. Great power comes great responsibility. If you are given power that can help people, I I think there's something to be said for using that power to help people. Um, yeah, I hate identity politics and propaganda. Yeah, me too. I don't care what a person identifies with. Um, just don't shove it in my face. And I mean that literally and figuratively. Unless I ask literally. And it better be what I actually want in there. Um, yeah, a lot of people are doing the whole stuff. Hey, Agent Boomer coming in. Hello, hello. Um, Owen Lister is popping in. Hello, Amara Jane joining us. Not that I know of. I just went on because for those who are just showing up, um, Professor Geek's power went out. He has no power at home. He is taking care of his little one, who, of course, you all know, things change. It gets her a little riled up. So he's taking care of her, which he should, that's what a good father does. And the professor is a wonderful father. So he is taking care of his little one. We've pushed back it talk to I do not know when, to a time to be determined later. Uh, if it were up to me, I would do it before office hours tomorrow night. But that's not up to me. That's up to Professor. What's happening right now is up to me. I can say and do whatever I want to, and I'm just talking. It's late, and I was in the mood to do a little chat just to see how people were. I had my my little chapter guides all up, ready to talk about those 3 chapters in the interlude tonight. Um, that was some good stuff. I'm really enjoying reading. I can't say reading it because I'm listening to it. I'm listening to the audiobook, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying um, Steven Weber's uh, style and his presentation, and it's it's like listening to a one man show, and I'm kind of into it. And he's doing a great job. He's keeping my interest, and it's great writing. I can't deny a lot of stuff that's in there. It's just I like the flow of the words. I like the phrases. I like the metaphors and similes that Stephen King comes up with. And I am really glad. I told the professor this several times. I'm glad he kind of goaded me into doing this, and he did. Let's face it. I don't, you know, but he approached it. It's like you don't have to do it. I know it's not your kind of thing, but I was breaking out of my comfort zone, and I was like, okay, let's do this. I'm going to try it. I'll see how I do and how I keep up. And I've been able to keep up, and just finished. Yes, it's Steven Weber from Wings, Agent Boomer. If you are you listening to it or reading it, or are you just like showing up to listen to us talk? Let's see, Harris. My favorite part's the spider. I hate spiders, but is it a spider or is it like that's just kind of what we kind of closest that we could come up with talking about. Um, what kind of a spider is Pennywise? Is Pennywise a house spider? I don't know what he is. I haven't got to that chapter yet. He's always been some weird alien, Cthulhu-esque looking spider. Uh, I hope they do a good. Um, I hope they do a good design on the reveal of Pennywise's form. I think that was the one thing from the mini series that a lot of people kind of were let down by. But it was a TV budget. It was done back in the 80s, early 90s, whatever it was done. Did I get that link that you sent me? Exactly, Jolie. I got some link. Yeah, I believe so. Um, Unless it's something you just sent in the last 10 minutes, then no. I got something. Oh, Adrian, yeah, listen. Adrian was listening to it. Yeah, yeah, it's Steven Webber. If you listen close, you hear that it's the guy from Wings, and I think he's doing a fantastic job. And of course, he has experience with Stephen King because he played Jack Torrance in the TV version of The Shining, which right now is a leading contender to be the next book because Doctor Sleep. But haven't made up our mind. Haven't well, Professor hasn't made up his mind. Melissa Harris, is he a god or an alien? I think Pennywise is an alien with interdimensional capabilities. I don't think he's a god. I think the Catholic in me says no, he's not a god. He's just a very powerful creature from somewhere out in space with very special powers and very special capabilities, and has learned to use some kind of psychic link over the town. He's a primordial predator. Yeah, primordial's what I couldn't think of primordial earlier. I also couldn't think of Lovecraftian. I was trying to think of Lovecraftian. All I could come up with Cthulhu-esque. It's late. I'm tired. I was sitting up today. It was a sit up and shave and shampoo kind of day, which is something I understand. I know a lot of people wouldn't. Steve also plays Norman Osborn on Ultimate Spider-Man. Cool. I never saw that one. Listener, I watched an episode of She-Ra today, and I had a lot of fun with it. The filmation style still has some getting used to. I don't what it is about the animation, but the movement seems a bit off. Are you talking about the new She-Ra or the old She-Ra? Just wondering. Lady Boomer, what kind of horror movies do I like to watch during the Halloween season? Any kind. But more in the Halloween season, more gothic, more classic, like classic Universal stuff, Hammer stuff, which it's been a long time since I've seen some Hammer films. Except for the Evil of Frankenstein, I really need to up this. I might make this season Hammer Halloween. Just find them and watch them when I can. Netflix ruined She-Ra. Yeah, it just don't look the same. I mean, once you get used to something, when they do a total redesign, a few years ago they redesigned Thundercats, but at least it had it was the same ballpark. These two things, they're not even on the same coast of a ballpark. Shape-shifting alien with immense power compared to us. Yes, definitely. Yeah, Melissa Harris, Pennywise, maybe a shape-shifting alien. That's what I think it is. Shape-shifting alien with kind of a psychic capability, interdimensional, and feeds off of a life force. That's the cool thing about sci-fi. But back to horror. But I also like I said, I like gothic stuff. I like ghosts. I like haunted houses. I like witches. Like I said, I talk about the witch or the Vavitch as I do, and I really do like it. And stuff like that. And I do like the classics, even the modern classics, like a Poltergeist or an Exorcist. Although the Exorcist, I haven't seen that in so long, and not as scary as everyone made it out to be because I saw it so late after I'd seen all on the horror films from the 80s, so it kind of desensitized me to it. Owen Lister, the old She-Ra, yeah, had a lot of fun with it, and I wanted to hang myself from watching it. Good man, good choice. Hocus Pocus is getting a remake without the original cast. Ooh, that's a mistake. Um, I wish they'd bring back the original cast and just do another one. I think that'd be not even don't remake it, just do a new story. Uh, Age of Boomer, I'm the same way Gothic horror movies during the Halloween season, though I branch out to 50s horror, sci-fi horror movies. Yeah, I love 50s sci-fi horror. Um, I'm glad they mentioned in it when they were talking about. They didn't mention it by title, but it was them when they talk about the giant ant movie, which is one of my favorites because hello, giant monster, even if it is a radioactive ant. But I do love them. War of the Worlds. Uh, when worlds collide. If anybody's ever seen that, it's not a horror, but it's cool sci-fi. 2011 Thundercats was a good remake. Yes, it was. I enjoyed it, and I'm sad that it didn't last longer. Melissa Harris, Pennywise is like a fifth dimensional imp. Yep, Mrs. Pennywise, Mixix Pennywise. Hey, Casey Scott, how you doing? Big Al, what's a good way to hunt a Bigfoot? Al, I need to get rich quick scheme. I would say one, you have to go to a squatchy area. Either I think Ohio, Wisconsin, Pacific Northwest. That includes all the way up from basically from California into Canada. There, you find isolated, heavily wooded areas with high reports, and got to go out and look. I'd like to see, if anybody's ever gone Bigfoot hunting, I would love to do that. I can't, but it's something I would really, really enjoy doing. I had always wanted to go ghost hunting, and I was in a ghost hunting group called Prism, which is the paranormal research and investigation of Southern Maryland. And it was started by a friend of mine, and I am not active in it now because I really can't contribute. But she's still out there with some people to do it. Hi, Crazy Kitty. Hi, Comic Fan Nicholas. How you doing? Um, let's see, Big Guy. Who would terrify Pennywise the most, Wolverine or Batman? Um, terrify him. I think Wolverine would. I think with the claws, that would terrify him. I know. Yeah, I think it would be a little more. I think Wolverine would be like the rhinoceros, like charging him, whereas Batman would hide in the shadows to try to figure him out. Thanks for the tip, Al. I'll name my first catch after you. Thank you. Yes, like I said, I love Bigfoot. I was watching a couple Bigfoot videos before I went on tonight. Once I heard that Professor had canceled it. It Chapter 2. Do I think Pennywise will shapeshift into Paul Bunyan or the vampire because he turned his head into the mummy in Chapter 1? Possible. I know he's floating over Paul Bunyan in that one scene with the balloons. He's floating over the Paul Bunyan statue. I don't know. I really think they've got almost a 3 hour running time, so they can fit a lot. But wow, that's a lot to fit in this film. I don't know how they're going to do it. Uh, we'll see. I know they're going to change some things because they always do. It's inevitable. I just hope that what they do change is still a quality and at least up to the caliber of the original story. So we'll see this. Yeah, Crazy Kitty, why is this a consolation stream? I think that was a quick choice for a title. That's because the professor had to cancel the Stephen King It book uh, review, or what review or analysis tonight because he lost electricity, and so I decided, in my wonderful, wonderful social way, to at least come on, say hi, explain, get a little social time with my owl pals out there. Just say hi, answer questions, talk, you know. We're buds, ask questions, whatever. You know, nothing too out there if because I don't know everything. And I'm not the comic guy like the other two are. I'm more TV movie. Alicia Harris, Big Al, answer. Jake asks, as a Catholic, do I think autistic people go to heaven? And do you believe in Bigfoot? Of course, autistic people go to heaven. I think all good people go to heaven. If you're good, you go to heaven. Um, if you believe in God, you go to heaven. I think if you're basically good, you go to heaven. Um, and do I believe in Bigfoot? Let's just say I hope Bigfoot's out there. Is it possible? Yeah, sure. Why not? And I hope he's out there because the world is more interesting with the mysterious 8-foot ape species roaming areas of America that are very few humans can see. It makes for a fun world, and that is what it's all about. Um, actually, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're answering that. Yep, Professor Power went out. Pennywise would try to use Logan's memories to mess with him. Possibly. Like I said, two different worlds. You never know. Maybe Magneto would be a better chance. Got that helmet. Who knows? Might block some of that psychic stuff. Al, you should play some lo-fi hip hop beats to study and chill with during your stream. Well, that might get a copyright strike. Wow, that's a tongue tire. Chapter 1, you could tell in the final battle it was the mummy because he had bandages wrapped around one character's army. Yeah. Um, I saw chapter one time. I'm looking forward to it again. I've seen the miniseries one time as well. Will the professor be able to stream tomorrow, or will you be streaming again? If he has electricity, I'm sure he wanted to stream tonight. He almost did. He had a plan to take his little one, go to a hotel, and use their Wi-Fi. It just wasn't logistically going to work. It would have been way too late before he got there, and he. I saw on Twitter that he canceled. So that's why I'm here. Hopefully, it'll be fixed tomorrow night. And I've lost my screen here. Where'd it go? There you go. I was just checking to see if I had gotten any things from the professor. Is Bigfoot an animal or a caveman? I think if Bigfoot is what I believe he may be, I think it is like an advanced orangutan. I really do. I think it's a just an advanced ape. Bigfoot is an animal. You know what? So are people. We're animals too, as far as I'm concerned. We are creatures. We are just smarter. Uh, okay, yeah, it did lose power. Yeah, well, Professor lives out in the sticks a little bit, so I'm not saying I live in the greatest area as far as that. Been lucky, knock wood. Yes, I did knock my head for those who didn't know. Um, think when you think professors avoiding you, yeah. Uh, no, like I said, he wanted to do this. He wanted to do it last night, but he got on Ethan's show, and by the time he got off there, it was late. And he doesn't want to do it too late because the later he goes, the less coherent he sounds, even worse than me. Um, but like I said, I just thought I'd come in, say hi, uh, answer some questions, just because I was lonely and I was all set to talk to people tonight, and that's why I did it. Is Professor Geek a single dad? Sort of, in the process of becoming single, but a dad, yes. Um, Exact Change Jolene's telling Chrissy Kitty nothing. People just hate me. Um, Sorry to hear that. Exact Change Jolie. Okay, Casey Scott, you're talking. Exact Change Jolie. Yeah, yes, we're humans. We humans are animals, but we are apex predators. We stand on top of it all. Um, I think, yeah, sort of, but it also means where we're standing. If you're sitting in the middle of the ocean, just bobbing there, you're not on top of the apex. You're not an apex predator. You're food. Uh, like I said, you said you stand on top of it all. Like I said, it depends on where you're standing. If you're standing in the Serengeti in Africa with nothing but shorts and a t-shirt, you're food. Bigfoot is actually Homer Simpson. He crossed over finally into our world. Um, he's also Peter Griffin, I think, was Bigfoot for a while. He or he was a thing of that, which I really enjoyed. Every time I look at your profile pic, I just want to touch your cat ears, Crizzy Kitty. Oh, that's cute. Oh, hashtag me too. Better watch it, Owen Lister. Humans have lost that status. We are all meat sacks. Yes, yes, we are. I'll devour a shark in the ocean. Apex. Okay, I will take that bet and put 20 against you. But I get to pick the shark, and I'll say 15-foot great white. I think that'll do you. That'll be a nice dinner. Bigfoot is a hairy hippie. Yeah, I like a lot of the Bigfoot legends. Um, some say, like I said, some say it's an undiscovered ape, which I think is the most reasonable. Some say it's a subset of man that never died out, like Neanderthal. Um, I don't see that as possible because inbreeding alone would have messed it up. Um, and I think inbreeding among apes is a little probably wouldn't show as much. Plus the theory is their population is actually pretty good. Uh, why am I so why am I so mean to sharks? I like sharks. I'm not mean to them. I'm just saying that you versus a shark. I'm pretty sure the shark. I put 20 on the. I'll put 20 on the shark to devour you. um, Actually, I like sharks. When I was a kid, I used to read about sharks all the time. Not much anymore, but I still, like Shark Week. I'll still watch a Shark Week thing. I love the concept of a megalodon. I don't think there is. Well, you know what? Who knows? You never know what's at the bottom of the ocean. I like to, like I said, I like to believe in the interesting things out there. Do I think aliens believe in God and God like us? Um, I don't know. I really don't. not an alien. I think most sentient species of high intelligence ponders the possibility of a creator beyond the scientific notions of creation. Uh, wow, that almost sounded kind of academic. Wow, I impressed myself on that one. Um, Sending a little great white to fight me. That's mean. I'm not sending one there. It's not like I have the ability to do sharks. I'm not Aquaman with my little booty powers, with the little circles coming out of my head to get sharks to go after you. Uh, um, we don't really know what alien religions are. No, we don't. No, we do not. And they might probably have some kind of religion. I'm sure. Not to sacrifice the virgin kind. Agent Boomer, are there any TV shows I'm looking forward to returning? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the CW shows returning, minus Supergirl. I like Legends of Tomorrow. I like Arrow, and I like Flash. There's still shows that I watch regularly, and appointment television for me, which means I like to watch them as they are on. Other shows returning. Let me think. What other? Not a lot of shows. Well, like I said, I lost Big Bang. So I guess Young Sheldon. I could take or leave Young Sheldon. Um, I'm not sure what's really out there. I'd be looking forward to Stranger Things Chapter 4, number 4, when they finally get to it, and I hope they do another boys season. I'm three episodes in, 4 episodes in, just having a ball with that. I hope they do more of that one. I'm trying to think of other shows out there I watch. I really don't watch a lot of shows. I need to see a TV list. I watch a lot of repeats. At night, like especially this time of year when nothing really is on except like the summer programming, and even during the regular part of the year when there's nothing on that I want to watch, I will turn on TBS and I will watch Big Bang Theories all night. If Big Bang Theory is on, I hope that The Office is on Comedy Channel, and watch that. If those two aren't on, I just gotta find something. I don't know. Oh, Manifest. Yes, Manifest. Thank you, Agent Boomer. Man, I have forgotten about Manifest. That disappeared a long time ago. Because it was a short season and they bust them all out like right away. Thank you for mentioning. Yes, Manifest is a show I'm interested in returning. I'll kind of give a look to see any other shows that are coming out. There's a couple that sound interesting, but like even like with Manifest, I almost wish Manifest just was like a Netflix show, so I could just bust it all out one time. Because that week wait in between episodes is a bitch. Casey Scott could never get into Big Bang, just never interested me. I loved it day one. The Greek teacher I worked with, I think I mentioned before, the big Greek, he had watched it on the first night, and he says, "You've got to watch the show." And I went on and watched it literally before school started that morning because he was just all on about it, and I hadn't missed an episode since then, and watch it ad nauseum. Love it. I've seen them dozens of times and can watch them dozens of more. Like so that, The Office, Parks and Rec is another favorite repeat viewing I could do. Or British sitcoms that I like. Are You Being Served? Yeah, it's been off the air for decades, but still love it as time goes by. Scary Movie 3, aliens pee out of their fingers. Oh god, I haven't seen Scary movie thing. I haven't seen any of the scary movies. I just never got around to seeing them. Um, they look funny. Al, what is my favorite fictional military? Wow, that's a weird one. I never thought about that. The Riders of Rohan. Does that count? Love the Riders of Rohan. Um, I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Gondor thing. The one thing about Lord of the Rings. I was not a fan of the Gondor armor, especially the helmets. But I did like the Rohan because they very Viking inspired, and I'm a Viking, so I do like that. Um, Age of Boomer, Big Al, are you going to watch the Dark Crystal series? I think so. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks fun. Um, I like the original movie. I need to go back and watch the original movie again to kind of refresh myself. I need to rewatch Labyrinth again. They're a couple that have. It's been a long time since I've seen them. Hey, maybe I'll rewatch them on here one day. Who knows? I still haven't chosen a film to rewatch. The one Saturday night that the professor's going to miss. So still thinking about that. Um, so yeah, might be a possibility. Watch the Dark Crystal movie. Exec change only. Al, Parks and Rec looks like it takes place in Terre Haute, Indiana. Well, I guess if they might have used that as the fictional Pawnee, Indiana. I love that series. It was for those whoever remember Iconicast with the professor, me, and our friend Sierra at the time. I'm still friends with Sierra. Uh, I'm not going to mention anything else, but Sierra really talked a lot about it, and she suggested it, and I started watching it, and I watched an episode tonight on Netflix just to kill a half hour um, before before the news went off that my mother was watching on my television. Tom King ruined Batman. I refuse to accept him as an atheist. That's true. I can't really say much about more about that, but I mean it's been stated before that Batman does have some faith in something. So Big Al never understood how the professor never thought the Monty Python gang were funny. The professor is a funny guy. Just like anybody, everybody has different preferences and likes. Um, and I don't get it either, but I could see something like Monty Python. I can understand because it is very British, and if you're not into British humor, you just wouldn't get it. It just wouldn't be your thing. Um, but I liked them a lot. It was a long time before I saw Holy Grail. But I used to watch the Monty Python's Flying Circus like every weekend. It was on um, the PBS station, the local PBS station. Same thing with Doctor Who. I loved it when Doctor Who was on 11 o'clock on Saturday, every Saturday. Um, I know it takes place in a fictional town. I'm just saying it looks like Terre Haute. It might. I don't know what Terre Haute looks like. Am I going to watch the Nancy Drew series on the CW? Probably not. uh, I don't know. I doubt that. Might not be my thing. I might check out the first episode if it's in a time slot that's feasible for me, just to kind of see what it's about. And you never know. Big Al, either the Mummy or Aquaman, since the Professor will be away. Well, it won't be Aquaman. I don't own it, and I'm not going to pay for it. So that is that. The Mummy, if, I'll put. I'll put it on the back burner and think about it. And I think you're talking about the Brendan Fraser one. I of course would rather watch the Boris Karloff one, but that's me. Refuse Spider-Man's an atheist or Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, they need to stop screwing with faith. Just don't even talk about faith. Have a bad guy that does something bad and they have to go catch them. That's what a comic book should be. And that's all it should be. Every now and then a little, little slap and tickle with Catwoman. That's cool. But don't get into this whole big, faith discussion about Batman in the comic books because it'll drive people away. Professor thinks my memes are funny. There's clearly something wrong with his sense of humor. He has a weird sense of humor. I mean, I crack him up, and I'm shocked that I crack him up as much as I do. Because, wow, if you really heard some of the things I can think about. No. Okay, you're talking to her. You're talking to that. CW will ruin Nancy Drew just like it ruined Archie. Probably. I never got around to watching Riverdale. I think the professor did for like the first season or the first part of the first season. I don't know whatever happened to that. We've never talked about it. Exact change only. A lot of Indiana jokes in the show that I pick up on. Like how Muncie is the worst town ever. Oh yeah, that's where like Jerry, Larry, Terry likes to go with his family, Muncie. Are you from Indiana? Exact change only. You don't have to say, but I mean it's a state, and I can't find you just by that way. Okay, exact change. You're talking to him. Jacob R. Let's watch all the professor's favorite episodes of He-Man without him. Teach him a lesson. I don't know what his favorite episodes are. That would be funny. Is like to take a movie that we all know he really wants to watch, just rewatch it without him. I wouldn't do that to him. He's a buddy. I know he gives me grief about Dragon Slayer, and he couldn't get into it. You know what? That's his problem because that movie rocks, in my opinion, and I am not changing my mind. Mr. Fantastic has Christian originally as and Peter Parker. Yep. Only Hong Kong should have been given statehood. Wait, did I miss something here? Oh, I think it was because I was going to talk about Hong Kong. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything. I know the Hong Kong thing's like everything's all blowing up over there, but I have no idea what's going on. I just try to stay out of it. 10 viewers on our channel and 75 subs is a really good ratio. Good going, Al. Oh, thank you. Like I said, I didn't plan it, and I'm not known for it. I just popped on. Like I said, just to talk, say hi. You are a Hoosier. Exactly, that's cool. Nothing wrong with a Hoosier. Have I seen the trailer for the new ABC series Emergence? Yes, I have, and it is one I want to see when it's on. I might give it a go. We'll see. But it's going to be one of those series where it's like it's going to drag on and on. Oh God. So that's what I like I said, I'm a binger. I love binging. Crazy Kitty should head to bed. The phone battery's getting low. Plug it in, maybe. That sounded weird. Sorry, didn't mean it that way. I used to have a job where I drove all over the state of Indiana and parts of Illinois. As far as authenticity goes, Parks and Rec's got things accurate. Like I said, it's mid-state town, mid-country kind of a town. It's kind of town. I don't know if I'd want to live there. Too many raccoons, but that's an in joke for people who watch the show. But I wouldn't mind living there if Aubrey Plaza lived there. Oh, that girl who played Aubrey Plaza's sister. Nice. uh, sorry, talking about another streamer getting banned. Oh, sorry. Hong Kong is on fire. The commies are cracking down hard on human rights and civil liberties of the people of Hong Kong. And of course, in our country, dumb people want to put that same kind of ideology in power here. Yeah, throw away your freedom, buttheads. Um, thank you, exactly. Now I'm caught up. Thank you. Get the charger. Get to the charger. Sorry, had to do that. Let's see, Cartman Professor and Jabba the Professor. Those were pretty good. I cast on it. I only have one working charger. My sister is using it now. Is it your charger? If it's your charger, unplug your sister's phone and have her use her charger. There are a lot of raccoons in Indy. You know, we've got our share around here too. In fact, there was a club. I don't know if it still exists. It was called the Coon Hunters Club. Yes, our area has a lot of redneckification. Uh, where I live, there's a lot of watermen. A lot of fishing, oysters, crabbers. Uh, beautiful, beautiful area though. I love living down here. Um, I just wish we were closer to things. CW ruined Archie with identity politics, incest propaganda. Damn. Turned Miss Grundy into a pedophile and made Riverdale dark, nihilistic, and hopeless and bleak. Wow. Yeah, not my thing. Um, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like Dawson's Creek. Because didn't they have a teacher sleeping with a kid on that show too? They just like being, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? They just like being shocking, controversial. Ooh, have people talk about our show. Um, Living near celebrities can be weird, like when you find out that you marathoned Firefly with Joss Whedon's niece. Did you? That's cool. Um, I've never known any celebrities except for like I said, the few that I've had a little extra time with at some of the conventions, like Clint Howard, Aaron Gray, uh, Harv Bennett, the guy who produced Star Trek: Wrath of Khan, who basically brought Star Trek in the movies back to life. Harv Bennett was awesome. God, he was a great man. God rest his soul. We have this 80-year-old man who, visiting our convention. The little one, it was a Far Point, so it was a smaller one, and rode down the elevator with him. Just it was really cool. I was like, wow, I'm in the elevator with Harv Bennett, and he comes out and he pushes my wheelchair. He just starts doing it, and he's like, I'm gonna push you. I know it's hard. I've seen you struggle on this floor. I'm like, thank you. I was like, wow. So he was a cool guy. Terrell Rothery came over and said hi to me and kind of like held my hand. I was like, oh, that was sweet. Hong Kong's in civil war. Top Twitter news is a news anchor being called Fredo. I saw that. And Cuomo, was it Cuomo or something like that? I could care less about him. Uh, Big Al, when can we have a superhero movie or show where they're not where there's not edgy Lord, hopeless drivel, and hard left leaning identity politics shoved down our throats? When a conservative does it, you're not going to get it with guys like Berlanti in charge, because they are left leaning morons. Um, it's possible if people would just listen. I mean, like I said, I have politics, but I'm not going to inject them into anything that I would put out for human consumption. So, but it's just right now, like Hollywood's just leaning left, or I mean, I wouldn't say leaning left. I'd say like breaking left, uh, like a hurricane breaks down a palm tree. Uh, Casey Scott, remember when they long when Hollywood burns at this rate? Yeah, pretty much. I also know where Clint Eastwood likes to fish. Oh, cool. I like Clint Eastwood. I was a big fan. Well, I wouldn't say was. Am a big fan. Have been a big fan. Just haven't seen anything recently. Um, in fact, for a long time, and still, as far as the older people go, it's a measure of if they are truly a man, if they have watched and liked The Outlaw Josey Wales. It's kind of a measuring stick, a litmus test, as it were, for being a man. If you like that film and you're of the male persuasion, then you're a real man. I have since added Tombstone to that litmus test. So yes, Tombstone and if you know Pale Rider, that gives you bonus points. Once Upon a Time ruined classic fairy tales and fables, nursery rhymes, and storybook tales. I wouldn't say it ruined them. I will say I'm going to say this. I loved Once Upon a Time. I, for some reason, just really fell in love with the characters and the actors in that show. And yeah, they screwed. They really did some weird stuff. But overall, it was an enjoyable show for me. There were a few missteps, miscastings, and underutilization, but I really enjoyed Once Upon a Time. And saying that might be a good rewatch. Not a rewatch. I mean, well, a personal rewatch. Um, for me, just by myself, to go and kind of just go through the series again. Crazy Katie's leaving. Bye, Crazy Katie. Given the nutcases that come out of there, I'm glad I didn't. Oh, you're talking to Jacob R. Sorry. Big Al, you like anime? I like some anime. I'm not big into anime. Um, I've liked what I've seen. I can't really say I liked um, Evangelion all that much, or Evangelion, whatever it was called. Um, well, I did not like it. It just kind of laid there for me. It didn't have the soul I was looking for. Um, Owen Lister, yeah, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is also a real man's movie. Definitely, yeah. Got that? You get that whistle. There are a lot of man movies out there. Maybe I'll do a video on man movies, movies that I think like real men need to watch, like Patton, Bridge Over the River Kwai. Once Upon a Time was far left propaganda and a goddamn ripoff of Fables comic. Maybe, but I enjoyed it. It didn't change my politics, so that's cool. Check out Gundam the Origin on Hulu. Okay, I'll think about it. Once Upon a Time ruined our chance of getting a Fables series. You never know. A few years down the road. Big Al, you're not a real man if you read Jane Austen's book. You're not. I'm sorry. You know what? A real man can be in touch with that side of his personality. He can enjoy Pride and Prejudice or Emma or Sense and Sensibility. There's nothing wrong with that. Think about it. Hot women trying to find hooking up with a guy. I'm a romantic. So that really is what kind of tips the scale for me. um, even yeah, execution Evangelion is not great. It just wasn't. I mean, and there was a lot of things. Now, I will say I like the captain in it, the girl, the one, the one that was kind of in charge of the kids. I liked her. She's a good waifu material. Unfortunately, I didn't like the design of the Avas. They, I know they were going for an organic look, but they just look too gangly. Oh God, my nose is getting stuffed up. I can't. I'm getting no resonance in my nose. Uh, Evangelions Weeb's Catcher in the Rye. Wow. Yeah, that's funny. No, the Mouse had Fables in pre-production, canceled it in favor of Once Upon a Time. We'll see. I don't hold your breath, but cool things have happened before. The Dollars trilogy is great, and Pat needs some manly man movies now. Darn right. Yeah, good man movies. Like Conan's a good man movie. And I like how I'm using man. Instead of just man movie, it's a man movie because it's just more. It's more of a man movie. It's a man movie. Hashtag man movie. My favorite anime is Wolf's Rain, Case Closed, Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Trigun, Digimon, and Pokemon. Now, I did watch Pokemon, the Americanized version. Digimon, not so much. Cowboy Bebop was the first one I watched. Inuyasha, is that the one with the demon guy who's got like the ears? I don't know if I'd like that or not. Okay, Big Al, watch The Castle of Cagliostro on Netflix if you want to get an introduction to Lupin the Third. There's just so much anime out there. There's so much of everything out there. Listener, Big Al, I'm more of an action and an adventure fan. So Jane Austen doesn't do it for me. That's fine. Every now and then I like to have that romance. Like I said, I know I catch a lot of grief for like Hallmark films, but hey, a pretty girl, happy endings, not the way that some people think, but a real regular happy ending. And I know it's a lot of the different things, but they're usually very well done, and it's just kind of a good way to just enjoy a day. Nothing's on. If nothing's on, I can sit down and watch several Hallmark movies in a row and be quite happy. Professor Geek F my life. Hi, Professor. How you doing? Yeah, Professor likes happy endings. Prof, do you want to get on? I can send you a link. Fables as well. Oops, whoa, got a little jumping around here. Fables is way better for enough propaganda once upon a time. Sure. I never read Fables, but I do like it. I like what I like. Professor's in a hotel. Alyssa is asleep. I'd just wake her up. Okay, well, sorry. I hope you don't mind, but I got on here. Like I said, I called it the Consolation live stream. I've explained your issues, and hopefully, didn't upset the apple cart too much. Got 11 people, 9 likes. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy for just a jumping on here kind of live stream. How dare I? Are you talking to me or someone else? Oh, Owen Lister mailed you a package today. Nobody has my address, so I never get anything. Castle of Cagliostro is a 90-minute movie. Even Steven Spielberg and John Lasseter hail it as a classic. Okay, that's my sales pitch. Okay. I'm glad they had somewhere to go. You're right, Professor. And yeah, it was a short. I only had like 3 people for about 5 minutes, but the word got out. A few people started showing up. Melissa was the first. God bless her. Um, uh, Melissa here. I'll talk about still talking about. Yep, everybody start talking about anime now. So we're going down the rabbit hole. Yu-Gi-Oh, Guyver, Jacob R. That's what you think. That's what I think. What? Okay. Let's just do that. Check out Yu Yu Hakusho. Al, it's about a high school bully that sacrifices his life for a child and is offered a chance to come back as a spirit detective. It got me into anime. Huh. Goosebumps, Honey Mask, A Night of Living Dead, Dummy, and Stay Out of the Basement are my personal favorite Goosebumps stories. Hey, stop it, Professor. They recommended anime. I've got too much on my list, much like you. Uh, yes, no one has my address. Not quite sure if I want to do that because it's a shared address, and yeah, I could get a personal one, but I just, I don't know. I might eventually. We'll see. Do I listen to old time radio shows? I have, but only very select stuff, like old comedy routines and old like Buck Rogers, a couple Shadows, stuff like that. Um, Not a lot. Actually have an app, or I did have an app. I gotta check. I haven't been on it in a long time, but it was an old time radio show kind of link, and it linked up to some stuff. Press Geek. What about manga? What manga should I really check out? I don't do manga. I don't do manga. Uh, it's not my thing. See, Professor gets on here and starts causing problems right away. Jacob R. Your first anime was Vampire Hunter D. I've heard about that one. Professor Geek looks like a geek bully owl. Better block the troll. I'll forward anything to Al if you send it to my P.O. Box, care of Big Al. Oh, thank you, Professor. Comic fan Nicholas, gotta go get some sleep. Good night, everyone. Good night, Comic fan Nicholas. Thanks for stopping by. Well, that's Professor Geek. Comic fan Nicholas. Everybody's talking to each other. Watch the Guyver OVA Out of Control. It's a short animated film. It'll give you a quick rundown of what the Guyver is. I saw the live action Guyver, the one with Mark Hamill. I don't know what that means. That's good or bad. Well, I know what I thought of it, but now like I said, I'm kind of like the fan man right now. Starting to get into the Halloween spirit a little bit. Visions of pumpkins bouncing through my head, jack o' lanterns, chattering skeletons and witches flying on brooms. Either that or I need to adjust my medication. So I don't really know. Uh, Twilight of the Cockroaches. Vampire Hunter D and Robot Carnival aired on Sci-Fi Cartoon Network in the 90s. The live action Guyver is not representative of the actual show. Well, I figured, I really figured that because they never are. Like I said, anime, strictly speaking, or let's just say, I don't want to say strictly. Let's go broadly, talking. Like I said, I guess for me was like Speed Racer, Robotech, Voltron, both the Lions and the vehicle Voltron. Um, I remember Kimba the White Lion when I was a kid too. Marine Boy, if anybody's ever seen that, wow, that's going back. Takes me back. Um, let's see. If you're in a Halloween mood, you should watch Vampire Hunter D and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. Um, I might. Well, I'll check it out. Like I said, right now I got a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, I'm in the middle of watching The Boys, uh, listening to it, and I'm sure we'll do another book after that. So it's just finding enough time in the day, um, the right time of day, the right situation, because not all the time. There's not all the time that's conducive for me to watch or listen. I have a very small window where I can actually get some done. Jacob Arts, well, okay. My first thing of Guyver was the movie. Never knew it was anime till years later. Something wicked this way comes. That was a good. Oh God, sorry, yawning. Uh, that was a good movie. That's a movie I need to watch again because I don't think when I watched it when it first came out, I really got it. But I think I could get it. I think I would get it now. I think I would understand it better comprehend. Um, Astro Boy. Yeah, I used to watch Astro Boy. Yeah, Gigantor. Yep. Um, yeah, Ben is pretty much. Oh, this something else. Are you talking about doing something wicked? This way comes the book, Professor. That would be cool. Al, have you listened to the Jeff Wayne's musical rendition of War of the Worlds? No. I know about it. Sold some of them. I remember that. I think, if I'm thinking of the right one, me, but and I know it's not the real story, but the '50s movie, God, I love that. Still, the greatest double feature I've ever had was Star Wars and War of the Worlds and a drive-in double feature. God, what a great day! Um, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. About something wicked this way come. That's definite possibility for the next book. So want to get kind of like get away from Stephen King. Is that what you're talking about, uh, Prof? It'd be a good idea. Like I said, I know you were talking about doing Shining or Salem's Lot. Um, I'd like to do Salem's Lot. That'd be a good one. Whoa, where am I behind? Where am I at? Okay, yeah. Okay, Jacob, yeah. Owen Listers. That's for Owen Lister. Um, Pat Lamore and Robotech. Okay, I don't know what Pat Lamore is. Robotech. I love Robotech. Mara Jade. Hi, Mara Jade. Uh, yeah, for all those latecomers, I'm doing this stream because Professor lost power, and the book analysis had to be canceled tonight because the prof's taking care of his daughter in a very unique and disruptive circumstance because of the power. So he's taking care of his little girl. She always comes first, of course. Yeah, I didn't see RJ pop up. Like, sorry, I'm not perfect. Wait, I saw Starblade. Would you would like the new Star Blazers anime? I might. I mean, I remember the old Star Blazers. Something Wicked This Way Comes is shorter, and then we can do Salem's Lot. Cool. Um, losing my place. Everything's going fast now. With only 9 people, I've got 9 people online, and it's going that fast. Good God Almighty! Zoid. I watch Zoids. I remember Zoids. Melissa Harris. I actually watched Zoids for a while. That was a cool show. Yeah, talking about Mark Hamill turning into a cockroach in the Guyver movie. Okay, it rescheduled for tomorrow at 10, right before office hours. I was correct. I was right, but I couldn't speak for the professor. But I said if I was doing it, I would do it at like 10 o'clock, right before office hours. Paddleboard is a mech anime about a mech police force in the near future. It's a classic. Huh. I might have to check that out. There were lots of looking back, I've watched a lot of anime. I just didn't know they were anime. They were just cartoons, that came on during, whatever time or whatever station. So I don't know what I was watching was, um, you know, Japanese animation as opposed to regular American animation, just because, it just was a cartoon to me. Animation. Okay, you can stop. Okay, everybody can stop talking about anime. I've got enough anime to take care of the rest of my life. Professor Geek's trying to take over Al's stream. What a geek bully. No, the professor has every right to broadcast when the next one is, because I'm part of that too. He's got me listening to the book, so I'm a part of it. I am a part of it now. I've resigned to do it. But I'm enjoying it. I truly, truly am. Uh, I was thinking about getting an inexpensive copy of the It book just to have kind of, something I can just keep, read every now and then and kind of read through and not worry about. There must be something about that book because it is the most expensive used book I've ever seen in my life. No matter what, no matter if it has a cover, even the paperbacks are almost full price for a used copy to the cover price. I'm like, Jesus, holiness, the moly. Can we talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No. We can talk about it. You might not like what I say. Is there a cricket hanging out with Al? Can you hear a cricket? Yes, I have a cricket in my room. Very, very far off in the distance. Wow. Okay, that says something. One, it must be. Well, I've got my headphones on. Let me take my let me just move it so I can. Doesn't sound that loud, but yeah, he must be coming through. That's Tommy the Cricket. Okay, Tommy the Cricket. Yeah, he's over there. He's to my left. I had to think about that for a second. Da, da, da. But yeah, one last recommendation is on Hulu dubbed, and it would be amusing. Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Just so many weird things out there. Is it really a book you want on your night table to read over and over? Possible. I would. I mean, I kind of like the style of it. I dig I think I mentioned earlier night. I like the language. I like the flow of it. I like the metaphors and similes he uses. I like the imagery it evokes. It's a good book. It's a good book, and it's very well written. I've never been a Stephen King fan outside of the movies. I don't know what if I think I've read something. I just don't remember what it was. Something short, one of the short stories. I just don't remember what it was. But this is like the first full book that I've gotten into, and I could see why people like him. I saw the paperback at the grocery store. Yeah, I mean it's out there. I was hoping to get a big one because, well, that's a good clip. I was hoping to get hardcover. Um, one just easier to handle, uh, and it. I think it would take a little more abuse, and I can be kind of rough on a book sometimes. So I was hoping to get like a good used hardcover. When I went, there was one on thriftbooks.com or .net, whatever it is, thrift books. They had one the other day. I almost bought it, and I wish I had because now the cheapest one is like $27 or $17. A ridiculous price for a hardcover book with no um, thing for it. Cricket's been there since the beginning. Yeah, he's been. I'm just used to the cricket. I would be lost without my little cricket chirping in the distance. Um, Al, you'd be proud. I had my teacher group make a Jaws video today. Oh, really? What kind of? I mean, like, what? When they get eaten by sharks? Because that would be cool. Beavis No But Hano is a good anime. Aeon Flux. Yep, I remember Aeon Flux. That was good. Clerks, the animated series. Yep, that was good. I enjoyed that. Geez, that is expensive for use. It is. They come and go. I think right now, I usually go on Amazon because sometimes Thrift Books goes on there too. Um, I don't know. They just thought there's just a heavier price I want to pay for a used hardcover. I was thinking I'd go 8, with free shipping. Maybe 9. I don't know. The cricket has a charm to him. Yeah, I get a lot of crickets in my room. Uh, and sometimes I'll put down like the little sticky mouse traps, and sometimes they end up on there. Poor little guys. We had to make a video for people to guess the movie from us acting it out. Oh, cool. That would have been fun. I would like to have seen that. L.A. Blue Girl is a good movie. It's Professor Geek's favorite. Oh, Lord. Are we talking about one of those movies? Probably expensive because the movie is making it more popular. That's what I think it is. It's just, because you get a copy of like Salem's Lot pretty cheap. Any of the other ones, and I'm thinking like I should pick up Salem's Lot because that's the next one I really want to read. I have to see if I get the audio for that somehow. Um, but yeah, when a movie comes out, it makes everything so, it just drives prices up. It really makes me mad. I really get upset. Well, guys, I'm going to think about getting off here um, and getting some sleep because, wow, I've been on a little over an hour and a half. Because tomorrow is a double dose day of the Professor Geek channel with the Itma Club and office hours. So you're gonna be sick of us tomorrow. Tomorrow probably. Um, they have some later Hammer horror movies on Amazon Prime. Yeah, I need to go in and really check it out and see what they got. 4 more hours. Nah, no, I'm not. I can't go 4 more hours. Uh, Tired enough as it is. Um, yeah. Good night. Yeah. Good night, Phoenix Lord Asserman. Watch watch Yu Hakusho. Um, Jacob, okay. Hear that, Mara. He is thinking of getting off. And God, it's just so easy for me to say something off that can be twisted into an off-color comment, and that's all right. That's all right. It's part of the charm of me and my channel and just me when I'm a Professor Geek. So yes, tomorrow night, join the professor and I as we discuss chapters 16, 17, 18, and the dairy interlude from Stephen King's It. That'll be a lot of fun. A really good chapter. And after that, office hours at 11 or whenever we actually get to it, because who knows how long the It discussion will take. So keep an eye out for us tomorrow night. I am making a video preparing, making my PowerPoint tonight as a little earlier. So hoping maybe to have that done by tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. If not, probably Thursday. No, Wednesday. Whatever. What the hell's today? Today's Monday, right? Yeah. Wednesday at the latest. Hopefully at the latest. All depends on how the recording goes, and if my speaking is any indication of that, it's not going to go easy. Um, so you guys take care. Have fun. Thank you very much for coming on the stream tonight and just getting social with me. I'm going to try to do more of these, at least once a week, just to kind of pop on and say hi. But God, the professor has me on so much, and the fan man, I am in demand. I am rocking the house, boys and girls. So uh, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, get a good night's sleep, and see you guys tomorrow night on the Professor Geek Show. Keep a watch for those notifications. Take care.